I think it's time I found a new battle royale to play, and Apex Legends really fits the bill for me. And when I'm unfamiliar with a game, I tend to dive deep into the mechanics to figure out what I actually need to understand about it, but Apex seems a little bit different. This time around, I'll be sharing my journey as I learn each legend in Apex Legends, from their backstory to the most recent buffs and nerfs. This is Bloodhound. Before we get into Bloodhound's story, go and hit that subscribe button while you're down there, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next Apex Legends video. Now, let's get into Bloodhound. Bloodhound is known across the Outlands as one of the greatest game hunters the Frontier has ever seen. The child of 2 engineers stationed at the New Dawn industrial plant on Talos, Bloodhound was taken in by their uncle, Arthur, after a meltdown destroyed the facility. Arthur had taught them the old ways, a belief system that focuses on the glory of nature and rejects modern technology. Yet Bloodhound was constantly drawn to technological marvels and ultimately used both new and old methods to take down the Goliath that had preyed on the people of their village, forever changing their life's path. Bloodhound's unparalleled tracking skills are a boon to any team they join, helping them root out hidden opponents and track enemy movements, calling on Earth's old Norse gods to guide them. Bloodhound believes that destiny is a path that has already been laid out, eventually carrying them all to their death. But with that knowledge comes strength, because until that day comes, Bloodhound knows they can't be stopped. Bloodhound is one of the base legends of the game, one of the first legends actually in the Apex roster. A few seasons ago, the recon class of legend gained the ability to all use surveys, and this pretty much negates any purpose for Pathfinder's tactical ability other than the grappling hook. Bloodhound is given a handful of useful abilities for both solo and team players to use. The passive, known as Tracker, allows Bloodhound to see where the enemy legends have been and or interacted. Their tactical ability is called Eye of the Allfather. This allows Bloodhound to see enemies in a 120-degree cone in front of them at a maximum distance of 75 meters. This ability will also tell you how many enemies are inside that cone, as well as telling enemies that they have been scanned. The scan lasts for 3 seconds. During that time, you and your team can see the enemies in full outlines. The ability is held back by a 1.8 second activation time along with a 25 second cooldown, but that can be negated with the ultimate. Bloodhound's ultimate ability is called Beast of the Hunt. During this 30-second duration, enemies will be highlighted in red for Bloodhound. While Beast of the Hunt is activated, you can increase the timer by 5 to 15 seconds by downing, not killing, enemies. The real benefit here to the team is the ultimate has the option to spam Eye of the Allfather every 8 seconds with only a 0.9 second activation time. And as an added bonus, your movement speed is increased by 30%, allowing you to move in and out of cover to get the information for your team. If used properly, Bloodhound seems to be one of the best legends to use in Apex Legends. Having the ability to see through Bangalore and caustic smoke and gas, but having also the downside of the enemies knowing that you've scanned them, it's really a nice balancing point. However, no matter what one of the current 67 skins you choose, Bloodhound is definitely going to be a legend that people are going to gravitate towards. Now, I use Bloodhound in a slightly different way than most other players. I use Bloodhound primarily in the recon role as it's intended to be, utilizing Beast of the Hunt along with jump stations. Zipping to the top of the stations while the ultimate is engaged will give you an eagle-eye perspective of the map. Getting into the habit of popping our Eye of the Allfather and then going into your ultimate, then popping the eye again, allows you and your team to have the most information possible in the shortest possible time span. But again, reiterating, it's important to note that the enemies get an alert and will be able to see your cone, essentially giving away your exact position. This means you need to constantly be on the move and positioning yourself in ways to be successful. This also means that we need to pick up the right equipment to amplify and exemplify what we're doing. Being as the most practical skill can only be used within about 75 meters, we want to take advantage of that range by using guns like the R301, the Flatline, and the Volt. I prefer to have a shotgun as my secondary for pushing into rooms or congested areas. But with this information, now we can drop into Season 10 of Apex Legends with fresh eyes to rival those of the new legend, Seer. If you found this video interesting, be sure to stick around for the next one, because we have a lot more legends to cover.
Giving my shield a recharge. fellas.